How's it? We're gonna try this one last time. I'm gonna keep an eye on my dropped frames. I changed a few settings and I've reverted back from the 2-computer setup to the 1-computer setup, which seems to work much better for me. And right now it doesn't look like I'm dropping frames, which is a great thing. I'm down to 2500, what is that? Bit rate of 2500, which I guess is not ideal, but hey, I have 0% dropped frames. So this is like take 5 or 6. We're just gonna get started because, you know, I think I'm obsessing over manini things like OBS and bit rates and drop frames and things like that. And so even if this looks horrible, hopefully it won't sound horrible at the end. I just need to make something today, especially in light of all of these little issues creeping up. I guess it always happens. So let's make the best of it and go ahead and get started. Let me go through the morning page parameters. Again, I hope I deleted all of those old videos, and I hope I wasn't cussing too much during those early sessions. But yeah, and then you know what's funny is my morning pages slide. It's just a PDF or a screenshot, and it opens up in Apple's preview, and for some reason that just spiked my activity monitor. So anyway, we'll have to figure that out. So yeah, today's tempo will be in 127 beats per minute. We'll be in the key of E in the scale of Lydian. The hardware we'll be using is the excellent, one of my favorite synths, the Oberheim Matrix 1000. It's essentially a preset machine in a rackable format, but you get 1,000 of those great Oberheim sounds and 1,000 presets for me is enough to choose from. We'll be using Live's Wavetable synth. Have a lot of options there. And related to the Oberheim Matrix 1000, we'll be using Arturia's OBXa, which is a Oberheim OBXa emulation. And the effect we'll be using the Percolator. I've seen it before on my list of effects, and I don't recall using it. So it'll be good. And today's oblique strategy of the day is disciplined self-indulgence. So yeah, luckily for me, I think being disciplined is a good thing, especially in light of any tech issues that may arise. So let's go ahead and get started. And yeah, I've been troubleshooting for now over an hour and a half, and I'm on my 3rd cup of coffee. 2 of them were decaf, but I don't know, I'm definitely feeling the jitters. So I'm happy that our tempo is a little on the faster side, at least for me. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna put our DAW into the right tempo, right up here in the corner. And let's go ahead and put our scale in the right one. So we'll be using the root note of E and using Lydian. Is that right? Yeah, Lydian. And then really quickly, I'm going to check on the noodler to see if we've got Lydian on here. Give us a little extra. Yeah, we do. So let me put this in E Lydian, and then we'll have the option of using that if we get stuck. Okay, so what I think I want to do first is use OBXa and Wavetable because they're the most CPU intensive, and because I'm not able to use that second computer to broadcast like I did yesterday, I need all the CPU power I can spare. So let's go ahead and put in the OBXa from Arturia. And I don't see it, so OBX. There we go. I'm gonna keep an eye on my CPU over here. Jump. This is based off of Van Halen's iconic track. Let's go ahead and get our drone into that root key. I always like having a drone as my root key, or having the drone play the root key, because it keeps me kind of in that root key. So, you know, I have that audio clue as to what's going to sound good, even before I put in any pads or chord changes. Those sound good together, actually. Pardon me for one moment as I check my tuner. That's B. B and E sound good together. I want to be in a lower register. Almost. E flat. There we go. Okay. We're in E. Let's double check. So this particular patch has some filter panning. So let me find another preset. Let's go with keys, edge piano, just to go up and down the scale, so we can hear what Lydian sounds like. So we'll be in E Lydian, and I'll just go up the scale. That does not sound like a piano to me. How about you? Let me go up a couple octaves. This is the triad in E Lydian. What I want to try is, although you know what, I might want to save pads for the Matrix 1000. Let's go ahead and, we've got this one loaded up. I want to save this OBXa for now. Let's go into our Oberheim Matrix. Go ahead and activate that, and then put my chain selector over there. Let me see if I'm able to get a sound out of this. So I'm gonna have to come here and change it up a bit. My patch bay, and find the Oberheim. There we go. So it's working. And shoots, you know what I had open earlier? Let me open preview, because I had the, hopefully that doesn't make my, let me just take a quick look at, I'm going to open my recent, the Oberheim Matrix editor. So I've got all of the factory patches over here, and we could reference that. This is something that I wanted to do before. Because on the Matrix you only have a 3-digit readout. And as I mentioned before, all we have are presets. But real quick, let me look at my activity monitor. Oh yeah, so we're pretty high up there. We have to be careful. And what I like about the Matrix is that, so we've got our top 100 original factory presets as 0 through 99. But there's also a volume 2 in bank 1 that starts with 100. Synths, I mean, look, check it out. We've got all of these OBXAs that we can actually, maybe we can A/B test some of these. That might be interesting to do right now. Let me go to that OBXa preset 11, and then we can see if there's a difference between that and the OBXa virtual instrument. So I need to go to my 200, did I say? 200. So OBXa 11 sounds like this. So that's the, not an original OBXa, but it's the analog equivalent on a hardware Oberheim Matrix. Let's see if we could find that on the OBXa. That sounds kind of like a bass to me, but maybe if we go to all types, let's see if there's something. What was this one called? OBXa 11 is all. That's all we have to go by. Maybe it's A11. Oh, I see. Look at all of these that we have. Let's compare that with preview over here. Let's see. Let's try 202, which is, or 203, which is A7. Oh, I like this sound. So that's the... Wait. No, that's not even the hardware. I wasn't on the right track. So this is the kind of a harpsichord sound. What did I say that was? Shoots. I gotta keep going back and forth, and it won't let me keep these both open at the same time. I'm gonna keep it over on this other window so you can't see it. So that's OBXa A7. Let's see if there's an A7 preset on here. AB7. Oh, there we go. Here's a harpsichord. So it is a harpsichord sound. So let's hear what this one sounds like. So again, here's the original. And here's the virtual. So it's actually up an octave on the keyboard. So close your eyes and see if you can hear the difference. I'm gonna try and level these out at the same time. Sorry. This one's a little louder. Oh, you know why? Because I'm having it played on 2 tracks. They are different. Here's the Arturia version of that harpsichord. And here's the Oberheim Matrix version of that. There's some weird panning effect going on in here, and I'm wondering if they did that on purpose or if that's part of the tweak that they have. I don't see any modulation. And I don't think any of the effects are on. Oh, they are. So let's take off these effects. I still hear that weird panning. That's the VST. Here's the original. I mean, pretty close, but I can definitely hear a difference. Okay, let's get back to the Matrix and let's find a good string. So we've got a couple banks of synths, woodwinds and horns. This starts with 400. Horns and leads, bank 5, bank 6 are strings and basses. So let's go into 500, well, bank 6. And look, we've got some OBXa presets in here too. So let's start off with 600. Here's 605. I want to turn up the gain on this. Actually, what I'm going to do, since this is a pad, I'm going to go ahead and get MIDI from the noodler, since we're in E Lydian. So we want port 1 over here. And let's go ahead and arm that, and let's see how this sounds. I'm going to take off that strum. Okay, that's just the E Lydian. That is just the E triad. already in 80s territory. Let's go ahead and change. Let's keep going up and seeing what might sound good without even looking at the preset name. You guys hear anything that you like? Whoa. That is weird. That's 637, which is harmonic. Sounding good. I like this one. This one is 641. Loyal. And I'm just going up and down the scale. Okay, and we've got a lot going on here, so I'm gonna change this a little bit. Put my range a little bit lower because we're running into some polyphony issues. I want to say that this is probably at most 6 voices. Let's find a good chord progression. But while we're here, let's go ahead and get our tempo going, so we kind of get an idea of what we're doing. Okay. Let's just go ahead and try a couple things. Okay, so if you just joined us, we're going to be putting in a chord progression in E Lydian using the Noodler pad MIDI sequencer. let's see. Let me just try and get this going. I'll let you look at the MIDI notes that are playing. And I'm gonna turn down the volume of the modular. Let's just keep that last part. I kind of like that chord progression. So let me just go ahead and, oops. I'm going to loop this. And we're going to, thinking we can just do this. We'll have a little 8-bar loop, and then I'm gonna just cut. Let's take a listen to this real quick. That this guy has to go all the way across. I'm gonna do that so I don't get that really harsh attack on these strings. And then yeah, let's just figure this out. Okay. I'm thinking this will just be a half. Let's see how this would sound. Add some reverb and delay. What do you guys think? Let's just make this a 12-bar loop, because I would want this chord right here to ring out a little bit more. Yeah? Let me see if I can make this work. Maybe 3 bars. Let's see. This is starting to turn in a little messy now because I can't do math in my head right now. But it might turn out. Let's see what happens. it might be fun to kind of just add in some variations of these chord changes. Okay. Let's this F sharp does not fit here. This up, I think. I'm gonna just get rid of this F sharp over here. I'm gonna go ahead and get into my scale and see if there's something else I can put in here. Yeah, this might be better. This going. Add some effects like this H9. Put in this external audio effect to just give it something a little extra. Again, when you're using that Oberheim Matrix 1000, the hardware version, unless you have modified it, it's very difficult to it's getting feedback from something. It's very difficult to change any of the parameters on the presets, so. Let's micro pitch this. Let's see what we got. Get some, well, let's check out the original. Yeah, that might work. Let's try a different algorithm. Oh, mod echo verb. Yeah, this planetarium's nice. A nice long decay. Can make. You could also tweak the size. Oops. I don't know why I always turn that off on accident. And I could really hear that echoing out. It's almost too much because it's getting some kind of crackle, and I think it's just from the feedback. So maybe the decay, oh yeah, it's a whole note decay. Okay, there we go. I think we got it. And there is like a little bit of a staticky thing going on. I think that's kind of typical of some of this analog gear, and it just keeps ringing out. I wonder if it's because I've got, yeah, maybe it's from my return track. Okay, let's record this in. Audio will be from our mono. Yes, so the Matrix 1000 is a, it's not monophonic, but it only outputs in mono. There are no stereo sounds. Oh, and I'm hearing some feedback from, that's where it's from. There is feedback coming from here, but we just have to fix that later. I don't want to tear apart the studio after I've already done that. Let's do this for 24 bars. And I would have liked to have taken that delay, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and loop it here, and let's just see how that sounds. Yeah, sounds okay. You see how it also captured the H9 effects since we recorded the whole chain. There we go. Okay, so after 40 minutes, we got one part. Let's get back to our VST now. I'm going to go ahead and we can... Let's see what happens if we kind of cheat and tweak this MIDI clip into our VST. Let's go through some of the presets, maybe find a good arpeggiated pattern. use this one. This will be a good supplement. Add some noise. I'm gonna also add in that second oscillator and maybe detune it a little. Yeah. Let's spread this out in the stereo field. Okay, this is fun. We tweaked this preset a bit called Bamboo. Let's record that in because this is taking a lot of my CPU. Let's record it in. I'm pretty happy with that. And it was a kind of a quick one. Okay, I messed up on that. I thought I'd be cheeky and add some slight portamento, but too much. Let it go 24 bars. Okay. There we go. And now, the best part for me, especially when I'm on a computer running a lot of programs at the same time, is taking off that VST. Although we do have one more CPU intensive element, and that is Wavetable. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this Moog track. I think we'll let the Moog relax a little bit today. And we will put on a Wavetable on this track. And I'm just going to use the preset today since I've wasted, well, not wasted. I've spent a lot of time on those strings and just that chord progression. So I'm wondering if we just put in like a little synth lead. Is there like a pluck that we can use? Let's see if there's a Wavetable pluck. Too much. I want something like this. Let's see some of the guitars too. Let's see how this would sound. And then we can kind of go through some other ones as well. I actually also liked this one. Let's see how this one sounds. This is a lot of CPU. Let's see if this one's a little bit better. Yep, this is better. I'm gonna just use it for that simple fact. That's our Lydian scale in E. Let's see if we can come up with a good progression. Or not a progression. Let's use this as kind of like a lead part. Since I'm not gonna have any singers coming in for this, let's go ahead and see if we can get a good chord, a good lead. I liked some of the stuff at the beginning. Yeah. This is actually, yeah, 12. There are a couple notes that I would want to change. Let's kind of go through and see how it goes. That part. Okay, so I like the sequence. Let's see if we could mess a little bit with the wavetable itself. Okay, this is also really taxing my computer. So with that, I'm going to record in 24 bars of this. And then maybe we can manipulate the audio if it gets too repetitive. Hey, Matt Smith. Okay. All right. It may have captured some of those little glitchy stutters, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to turn that device off so that I can get back to our regularly scheduled CPU. I love those echoes on there. Hey, thank you. Yeah, if you just joined us, I spent like 40 minutes just on the chord progression, so I gotta work faster, especially for morning pages. But we did already get a lot of our parameters in there. But let's check out that percolator. I'm not quite sure what the percolator does. Percolator. I think it's a Max for Live device. It's an audio effect. The percolator. Let's see how it sounds on that lead. And I see that there's a lot of different presets, so we can check out some of those too. But anybody have any guesses as to what the percolator might sound like? Ooh, it's gotta open it. Oh man. Let's see what this... Oh, are we... Oh, I see. Look at this. We've got all of these different... It looks like an effects chain. So we got a phaser, and then we can add in another delay. Actually, this might not work out too well. Too much delay. That is a good analogy. But would you really want to use a scalpel when you're in the jungle? Yeah, look at this. This is kind of cool. We could like make this thing icy. But you know, I don't... This is just adding. I mean, we could use this. I like that flanger. Yeah, that's true. Or I mean, you know, it's a different skill set. Could be called a different skill set, but it could also just be a different part of the brain. You know, the part of the brain that we exercise the most, yeah. So I actually should be jamming more and doing more live sets, because really, what's the use of like composing, you know, these songs every day and then not finishing them? So yeah. So you and I, our brains should meld together, and then maybe maybe something good would come out of it. But yeah, I'm gonna check out your stream as well. I know I subscribed, so I'm gonna check out some of your past streams. Okay, cool. Oh shoots, I got rid of that awesome flanger. I wonder if I could undo that. Will this undo? Yeah. I can add just a tiny bit of grit, but I don't like how like just a tiny amount's gonna really mess it up. Let's see. I hope he has a good dinner. So I don't remember where I got this percolator. It might have been a freebie at some point, but I've never used it before. I remember looking at it, but this is pretty cool. It looks like you've got 5 different Max for Live effects that you could put in Serial, and change some of the shapes of each one of their envelopes. Yeah. So let's see what happens if I change the envelope of this FM to kick in later on. I don't know how to get rid of this line, though. Or is this an LFO? Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this on that lead, and then maybe as the song progresses, we'll add in some of that grit to just give that lead a little bit of a different feel. The other thing we might be able to check out, let me, I'm gonna turn that off for a second, and then I wanna look at something like a pitch wobble, or nervous flutter. Let's check out some of these presets. And I just also want to see what they've put into these chains. So this device is called the Percolator, Max for Live device. It seems pretty powerful. I would check out that if you're interested in grabbing it, looking it up online. Okay, so this looks like it's just an FM. Let's try it. Oh yeah, it is pretty. Let's swap it out for that pitch wobble or random pitches. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's try the pitch wobble. But I'm gonna remember that random pitches, because I think I could probably manipulate that a lot more. Let's check out this pitch wobble. Ooh. With? Without. Let's keep that one. And then we can also we can add these elements in when we want. So I'm gonna turn them off for right now, and I gotta remember to turn them off and on during the track in arrangement. I'm gonna mess around with this Prophet 6. Oh wait, no. What, you know? First things first. We gotta get a bass line in here, or at least, you know, some kind of lows, or like a nice, maybe a drone. Let's see what might fit. Maybe just like a sweeping bass. I am going to repurpose our strings, and I want to see if I can find the right progression. Select all. It's so out of tune, but that's okay. Yeah, we gotta change some of this around. Okay. What else can I do with this? Okay, let's go ahead and record this little bass part in. Okay. So, you're not using a DAW right now, Mazmith? Oh, yeah. Although, if this is any inspiration, I'm running all of this off of a Mac Mini 2012. But it is kind of messing me up. If you watch yesterday's stream, I attempted to stream from a different computer, but for some reason, even using two computer resources, I just dropped tons of frame rates, and yeah, it was kind of a bad experience, unfortunately. So this morning, I tried doing it again, gave it a second shot, but then I just moved everything back over to just one computer. Oh, yeah. I mean, the graphic stuff. Are you using, oh my gosh, 4 cameras? So I think that's actually what happened, because I got 2 video capture cards, and so I transferred all of that over to this 2012 MacBook Pro, and one of the capture cards was taking the Ableton live feed and the GoPro through a video capture card, and I think that just made this one computer choke. Although I had the, I had the dedicated graphics card on there, so I thought it was gonna work out better. It's actually slightly faster than this Mac Mini, so I was surprised that even just adding the extra one. Sorry for the droning. There we go. Let me turn that off. Yeah, so anyways, I might try it again, but I think probably the best thing for me to do is upgrade next time. So sorry, did I ask you if you're on OS X or Windows or other? I heard being on a PC when streaming is much better. That Mac doesn't really handle OBS as well. What is that? Cat card was a huge hog. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't used a PC in quite a while, since my 9-to-5 office days. So, and that's 2014. So I gotta, I think, yeah, maybe we're on Windows 10. I think Windows 10's been around. But okay, cool. I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole with that, but yeah, that's really interesting. Insight on streaming computer. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm thinking what I might want to do on this Pro 1 track is add some effects. And rather than using the external effect, so one of the negatives of using like something as versatile as the Eventide H9 is that you can only use one effect at a time. So you can't stack effects unless you bought a second one. You could buy the core unit, which is cheaper, and then put all of your algorithms on that other one, and then you can have a chain. But I only have one unit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, maybe I'll use Echo Boy. We'll keep this dreamy, this track, and without trying to, if you add in too many different types of reverbs, it can get really messy. But, and if you have like several different reverb algorithms going on at the same time, then it gets really, really crazy. But, this is a morning pages, although now it's creeping up to afternoon for me. It's almost 11. We can just experiment. And I'm thinking maybe we'll use a bass and fuzz bass. Let's see how this would sound. Oh, cool. Bypass it. Let's tweak this a little bit. Oh, it's because of the saturation. Let's drive that up even more. I like that dual echo. Let's cut some of those highs and use prime numbers. Is there any other tweaks we can use? Oh, good. The width is all the way up. I like the width. Even though it's a bass part, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I hear the distorted parts coming in pretty strongly on both sides of my earphones. And then I think things get dirty once we start putting in some of these. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that on right now. Let's see, is there anything else we would want to put in? Maybe we could put in some weird modular stuff like a rings. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my camera over. And I'm going to plug in. So you're gonna stop hearing the drone in just a second. There we go. Let's go ahead and, although that sounded pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see if we can, let me arm this track. And it doesn't look like anything is, you know what? I think I might have to update my inputs. No? Well, yeah. How about my outputs? Let me check real quick. Oh, yeah, this is why. I hope I don't have to reboot. But let's see if this will work. It's not working. Okay. And I don't want to turn this off. So we will forego rings today. Unless, yeah. Unless we can strum something out with LFO or with maths. Oh, nothing is even going in or out of the Euro rack today. Okay. So. Oh, nice. So how did you do that? You put that into your return track on live, and then you're just routing all audio into clouds and then back out and then into live again? I gotta do that. So funny enough, I think right now Beads isn't even working because of some settings that I put in. We'll see. Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and work on the drums and like, oh, there we go. So I'm getting an output, but I'm not able to send out MIDI information into the Eurorack for some reason. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, cool. Nice. So keeping it all, so that's a, oh, on a return bus. Cool. Yeah, how is it sounding? So let's go ahead and just use this as a drone then. I'll have to retune this again. I could use this LFO. Let me just see if anything's working. Yeah, I'm not even getting any clock information from live into Eurorack. So I'll have to troubleshoot later. But I can use its internal clock to and then add an LFO and then sweep through the wavetable. Let me just do it so I can hear it. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice and slow. Let's go ahead and record this in. Oh, cool. What kind of drums were you running through there? Was it a hardware drum machine? Okay, I'm gonna just record this drone. Let's change some of these parameters here. I'm gonna let this run for a couple more bars. Oh, nice. I bet you that sounded awesome. I love the TR-8S. Oh, and you got the bass station too. Nice. I love the sound of that bass station too. I've got the plug-in version because I have a couple of Novation devices, and at one point, bass station and V station had both come the VST version, and for some reason, I think maybe it's either with Live 11 or they just haven't updated their software yet. But I'm getting these weird. It looks weird. Let me show you. Actually, I'm gonna stop the drone, and then this is one of the reasons why I haven't highlighted either the bass station or the V station VST. I mean, I love those VSTs, but they're unusable right now. So, for example, this bass station, when I put it in, like, I can't see anything. Do you see that? Like, the preset section is all messed up. You can hear it. And I think you could mess with the filter, but I can't see like where the knobs are, and yeah, it's just, at least for me, it's kind of a mess. So I don't know if you have any advice on that. Yeah, actually, I should try it in Live 10. But yeah, you saw that? It's so weird. And then the same thing for V Station too. Let me show you. Station. This is a VST3. Maybe this will work. For some reason, VST3s for me... Oh, no, check this out. Look at that. Like, I can't even read the menu. You see that? So anyway, I haven't been able to highlight any of these synths, and I actually really love these two. I thought it was such a steal that the VST came with, you know, like the launch pad. Yeah, it's nuts. But I do have, I should take it out of the closet, but the much maligned, is that the right word for that? But the much criticized Xio synth, XIO synth. I have that in the closet somewhere. Maybe I'll bring that out at some point. Okay, I think we're ready to put everything into arrangement. Oh wait, no, let's check out the radio.
Plan is you. I know it.
We're gonna check out the radio and
How we're going to prove that?
I'll tell you.
Well,
and this is just the luck of the draw. We're gonna take whatever we just heard.
but you said you didn't know who did it.
I know.
Never send
When you find
to
him.
know.
And I'll This leaves us right where we started.
No, not exactly.
I'm afraid it...
Okay. Actually.
I don't know where to start.
Think, Mr. Kramer. Please think.
I just think it's impossible.
I don't.
Anyways, I think we got enough to kind of add the human element to it. And
Several years ago, unidentified hobo killed by train. Well, that could be it says killed by train.
it's really harsh on those highs. Let's EQ this. And actually, what we'll do is we'll put the EQ on track 7. And we'll also move that over. And we'll take a look. And why don't we also put on another percolator? Oh, how about some of these loopers? Looper disperse. Let's try this. Is this working? Okay, I'm gonna solo this out. And then after this, you know, I think maybe we'll just keep this 4 on the floor beat.
I'm gonna prove that.
I'll tell you.
Well,
When I reckon.
several years ago, unidentified hobo killed by train.
Let's see what this percolator can do.
Well, that could be it.
Yes, it could.
This
Killed
is
by
a
train.
looper disperse.
I was a hobo.
How come there's nothing in there?
So was I once,
But what?
Let's try this looper stretched.
I did.
And you think this man is you?
I know it is.
Turn this other one off.
I did.
And you think this man is you?
I know it is.
I don't know how we're going to prove that.
How many tracks do you have on yours?
Well,
When I reckon.
several years ago, unidentified hobo killed by train.
I don't see any
Well, that could be it.
Yes, it could.
any devices on this percolator. Weird.
I was murdered.
Well,
I was a hobo.
well, so was I once,
But what?
I didn't get murdered.
No, I did.
And you...
Oh, here we go. Oh, interesting. This is an actual looper that you would probably have to put in at an input. I don't know how to do that. Okay, well, how about this instead? I'm thinking... I just wanted maybe some stutter effects, so maybe we'll put in a beat repeat or something,
I did.
just to give it some of that stuttering.
You think this man is you?
I know it is.
Or, what's the name of... I have this great plugin, what is that called?
Several years ago, unidentified hobo killed by train.
Let's hear what we have so far.
It says killed by train. So was I once,
But what?
I didn't get murdered. No.
I did.
And you think this man is you?
I know it is.
I don't know how we're going to prove that.
I'll tell you.
Tell me, do you guys have so many plugins that you kind of forget what the names of them are? And I have to kind of look through this list, but I want to use it. It's the one... Jeez. Well, we have Stutter Edit, but it's not that. It's the one by Sugar Bytes. What's that one called? It's like a step sequencer, but for effects. So you can get these like rhythmic... Oh, Effectrix. That's what it is. Oh, nice. MIDI channel for each piece of hardware. Audio channels each after. Yeah, so the way that I have my external... so I've got some of my main external synths, like the ones that I use every day, which is the Moog, and now the 2600, the Prophet 6, the Pro 1, the Acid Machine, although I might group that somewhere else because my last album was kind of an acid-based album. I still love that sound, but I think I might have started overusing it. And then like for the other ones that I don't use too much, I've got two different categories because like I'll normally only use one at a time. So like for this poly channel, these are my polysynths over here, or not polysynths, but and actually that's probably a bad term, but ones that have two outputs for a left and right stereo. So Microkorg, JP8000, CS1X, Juno 106, which has two outputs, but only for the chorus. DX7 and the Virus. And then for my mono, which we use today, I got the Oberheim Matrix, the Micro Freak, the CZ101 down here, and then my Mini Brutes. And then I also have that Poly 800 down there, but I've taken that out to save just a tiny bit of system resources because I need to change the battery out of it. Oh, nice. The FS2600. Okay, I'm gonna just see what this dialogue is gonna sound like with this Effectrix. Where did I put that? Where's my dialogue? Is it in here? Here it is. This is a little weird. So this Sugar Bytes plugin called Effectrix is great because I was looking for a per step effects plugin. Although now I just learned that you can do that on the push by using any of the internal effects in Live. You can have per step sequencing. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but essentially, you know, you've got your grid here, and you can press on any of the pads, and when you have it long pressed, you can go up to the top that has you know, some of your effects parameters, especially if you have an effects rack, and you can change those on a per step basis, which is kind of what this did. So I don't use this as much. It's the meat grinder. The blue glitch. Decibel blue glitch.
Several unidentified hole. By train.
I don't want any of this crush. I'm just gonna take that out.
Was made. Well, so will I.
But what?
You get murdered.
No.
I'm gonna let this phaser come all the way through.
When I
Several unidentified hole. By train.
And then maybe some delay.
Still by train.
was murdered.
Well, so will I.
And then just some per step reverb. And then what I'm gonna do is I'll just turn that on at a certain point in arrangement. Okay, let me go ahead and let's record some drums. And I'm just gonna start off. Here. Oh, sorry. Oh. This is... I'm gonna just program a couple of percussive elements. Don't worry, we won't have too much cowbell. So this is just a one bar loop on the TR-8S, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that into live and then just create a longer MIDI clip. So yeah, I just wanted some of the main elements in there, and now we can record that. And I can't hear anything. So that's all I need because it was only a one bar loop that I had on there. And I need to quantize that, and then I'm just gonna take this, maybe the third bar, loop that up, and then I'm gonna crop it, and then now we can duplicate it a couple times. I'm just gonna do an 8-bar loop over here. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try and just use the chants and put like these 16th note hi-hats on here and just use the chants. I'm loving that. So Mad Smith, the one of the best things about Live 11, I don't know if you're looking to upgrade, but is a lot of the little chants parameters that they have, which is very similar to some of the kind of like Eurorack, where you have a lot of these modules that will give you some randomization and some chants elements. So yeah, let's pull that down to maybe 54% and hear what that sounds like. Okay, well, what I'm gonna do is, because this is just every drum element, let me take out the ride cymbal. I'm gonna move the chants down a little bit more. And then if I want something for sure to sound, then I'm gonna, maybe what I'll do is just add a little roll over here, nothing too crazy. Okay, so that's what we'll use. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Max for Live chant stuff. So now a lot of that is just baked into a lot of just lives, like for example in the clip view. I mean, and they still have the, I think it's the probability pack for Max for Live. That's great, and it does a lot of the same things, but now it's just a little easier because everything is baked in. And then I don't know if you ever would need comping, but now the comping Live finally got it. And I say they finally got it, but I hardly ever use it. I use it for some synth solo parts. You know, if I'm just kind of grooving, I'll just put in a loop brace in arrangement view and then just turn on the comping, and it'll allow me to take allow me to record several different takes, and then I can just take either on the MIDI side or on the audio side, I can take the sections that I like the best on each of those takes. I mean, you could have, you know, 100 different takes, and then just take the snippets that you like from any of them, and then it'll go all up into the main track. And yeah, you can just keep editing that way. Yes, the comping. You know, I say that, you know, that's such a big feature, but I never thought I needed it until I was like, oh, I'm just going to try this. And yeah, it actually works out pretty well. Yeah, so like if your brother is drumming, that for sure, that's a great use case. Actually, my nephew is starting to take the drums, so maybe I'll have to get him in the studio. Yeah, yeah, it was a nightmare. I did have a singer once, and that would have really helped. You know, like we were just recording little clips and like doing several different takes, and then just like keeping track of all of those was really a nightmare. And then you would get to the editing stage, and then that was an even bigger nightmare. So with comping, that really fixes a lot of that. Okay, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and put all of these. I'm gonna turn off my drone track. I'm gonna turn these off too. I don't want to accidentally start playing something. Okay, so we got a lot of different parts. Pretty straightforward. What's this? Oh yeah, I turned all of that off. Okay, great. So let's put all of this into arrangement, and yeah. Let's put this into some semblance of a structure. And, you know, if we come back to this later on, it's always nice to know that, you know, there is some like 2 to 3 minute version, and you can just work from there. And I found that it doesn't take too much time to like make a quick arrangement, but then it saves a ton of time later on down the line if you do decide to turn this into a final production, to like go in and instead of thinking about arranging something, then to just go in and just start editing. But cool. Hey, thanks for coming by again, and we'll see you again soon. And yeah, thanks for chatting. It's always great to talk to other like-minded people. So aloha, and yeah. Oh, you're gonna start making music now. You're gonna get your ass on to gear. So nice. Share with me what you're making, and then yeah, I'll hop over onto your channel, and I don't know if you'll be making things while you're on Twitch, but that would be cool. Check that out after this. Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is let's listen and take stock with what we have so far. So the drums we just did. This one, where did we take this pluck from? This was Wavetable pluck with FX. So remember, we could change these up by. I think we won't put the effects on until a little bit later on. What's this? This is our bass drone. Bass distorted drone, and then I'm gonna put in Echo Boy, because we have the Echo Boy on, and if we turn it off, it has a totally different feel. Nice. Jam on. And then this one is just our drone in E. This is modular drone in E. This is our vocal. Let's remember what we did. And we have the Effectrix on here, so let me... Effectrix. So I want to maybe turn that off at the beginning, and then maybe throughout we'll have it stuttering. This is our OBXa arpeggio. And then this is our Oberheim Matrix 1000 strings. Oberheim strings, and we used shoots. The MIDI program changed, so I can't remember which one we used. Let me take a quick look. And try and remember. I think it was Loyal, so I'm gonna put 641. Oberheim Loyal 641 question mark. And then we had added some effects on that as well. I kind of like the noise that's coming through on that. I think that's from the H9. The H9 effects pedal. Okay, let's go ahead and arrange this. I'm thinking we don't even put any drums in for the first 4 bars. Oh wait, what was the lead? This is the lead. So I'm gonna call this the lead. Maybe this comes in here. Let me turn off. Minimize these guys here. I'm gonna turn off the stuttering on Effectrix for now. And then we can automate that to turn on after the intro. I just wanted, you know, some straight up vocals in the intro.
Several years ago, unidentified hobo killed by train. Well, that couldn't be you.
Yes, it could.
It says killed by train.
No, I was murdered.
Well,
I was a hobo.
well, so was I once,
But what?
I didn't get murdered.
No, I did.
And you think this man is you?
I know it is.
I don't know how we're going to prove that.
Okay, I think we got our beginning. So let's put this here. Maybe we don't need this.
And you think this man is you?
I know it is.
I don't know.
How about this? We're gonna we won't put in any drums until later on in the track. How about that?
And you think this man is you?
I know it is.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
And you think this man is you?
I know it is.
I don't know how we're going to prove that.
I'll tell you. When I record.
I forgot, we've got chord changes, so all of this kind of has to stay on the same grid. And I'm cool with that. But what I want to do is maybe get, instead of like having to remember where some of those chord changes started, I'm just gonna use the process of elimination by just cutting things out rather than having to rearrange. And we can always change this up later on. You know, if we wanted to have you know, some different chords in there or change the timing of the chords. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to cut some of these up. These are all 12, so I'm going to key, and then watch this. I'm just going to type a 0 in, and then those clips will be deactivated. And same will go with this. I'm going to put this on 12. And actually, instead of, well, let me have this one come in at 4. Let's see how this sounds.
And you think this man is you?
I know it is.
I don't know how we're going to prove that.
I'll tell you. When I record.
this is what we'll do. I'm going to put in a utility. And I am just going to slowly fade those arpeggios up. Until they're at max volume over here.
And you think this man is you?
I know it is.
I don't know how we're going to prove that.
I'll tell you. When I record.
The call unidentified Wobble, killed by train. I like to see it. Killed by train.
And then we'll start the drums at bar 12, and it'll just be the kick. And what happened? I'm going to use the 808 crash cymbal. At 24, then we can add in, let me duplicate this. I'm going to take out this, and actually, maybe starting from here, we will put in some of the percussion. This one here doesn't need that crazy. I'm not in love with this snare right here, but in general. Let's just keep this going. Yeah, maybe this will just be like a 2-minute song over here. And we'll have our break right here, our first big break. Big break, and then we'll let this run for 8 bars. And then we can have like a little our outro. 8, and then we'll let it fade out. Yeah, something not too crazy. And then, so what I might want to do here is at this point, maybe right here at this, maybe right here is when I'll turn on some of that glitchiness. Let me recolor that. This one will also have some glitchiness maybe a little bit later, but see, I can turn the device on or off with automation over here. So right now it's off, but I'm going to switch that to on here. And then maybe I'm going to turn it off and on intermittently. And let's just see how this would sound. I'll solo it out, and we can see if there's anything that's kind of cool about that.
Just killed by train.
I was murdered.
Well,
I was a hope.
well, so will I.
But what?
You get murdered.
No, I did.
You did.
Yeah, we'll add a lot of reverb to that as well. And then this one over here is just going to have our, and then everything else is just deleted. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate this, let that run, and then, but with this particular one, we're going to turn on, we'll turn these both on. Pitch wobble on, and device on here. So actually, this is a matter of turning everything else off. This will be off. Although we can maybe turn it on during the break to kind of accentuate that. And then this one also, we'll turn that on only towards the end. Okay, so it's a pretty straightforward arrangement. I mean, nothing crazy or special. And then there might be some little areas that I might want to mess with over here. And let's go ahead and just record this in. We're at the 2-hour mark, and I think I want to do some more troubleshooting on my end of things, and I'm anxious to see how in sync or out of sync my audio is with my video. So thank you so much for coming. I'm going to mess with some of the parameters as we record this in, but otherwise I'm wishing you a great Wednesday. And hey, we only have one more day in September. I can't believe that. So have a great one, and happy music making.
This man is you.
I know it is.
I don't know how we're going to prove that.
I'll tell you. When I read
Several years ago, unidentified Wobble, killed by train. I like to see it. Killed by train.
But what?
You get murdered.
I did.